Hey everyone, this is Flammy, and welcome back to the Let's Play episode. We're here with episode 35, and we are here also with my fifth and final base build episode. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. So we got two extra walls. So what are we doing with these holes? So I clearly put one Tesla in here over here on the right side. What are we going to do with the other three, though? Well, this might seem a little silly, but it's no sillier than putting gold mines in there. We're going to put builders' huts in here. Yes, indeed, builders' huts. Now, builders' huts obviously have no defensive value. They don't attack, they have barely any health, but what they are is small, and they're also a building. So this means wall breakers should be attracted to builders' huts, and they'll be behind the walls here, which means wall breakers will be attracted to these walls here, rather than these walls out here. This is beneficial because it means that perhaps they'll attract wall breakers that would otherwise be breaking into the center. It's still going to be pretty easy for people to break into these segments in here, but beyond that, the next wall breakers deployed would likely go for these two ones rather than for this mortar in here. At least that's what I'm hoping and planning. So that's going to be our inner base right there. I think our army's done, so yes indeed it is. Let's queue up our next one and go and attack. And when I get back from this, we can go and look at some of the stuff outside of those walls. The hard part is going to be packing everything as close as possible, and I certainly hope we can do a good job of that. And then of course we have traps, because spring traps have definitely gotten harder to place, because wall breakers are much smarter now. You can't leave gaps between your defenses unless you want the wall breakers to just go right through, which is a waste of walls. So we'll probably use the last couple walls for funneling. Ooh, hello. So this is interesting because they've got, well, one crap ton of resources is the obvious part, but it's also a very high level base and has exposed dark elixir, which is very, very tempting. Yeah, very tempting to say the least. I wish I could get into the gold and elixir storages at the same time, but that's not going to be able to happen. But you know what, this is definitely going to be worth it just for the dark elixir. So I'm going to take a loss here, but it's a calculated loss. So first we're going to put down 2 giants, and then we're going to do all of my goblins. You know, probably only 5 goblins is needed, but it doesn't matter. All the goblins go, and hope they do as much as possible. And they died pretty fast, but they got a couple hundred dark elixir during that time. I thought they'd be slightly more effective. I thought they'd kill it, but you know what? 220 dark elixir, 222, is not bad. I will definitely take that for the cost of 2 barbarians and 15 goblins. Yeah, not bad. I'll go ahead and add the 2 extra giants I just used to this to the queue, so we're still at 16 giants queued up, because I'm going to let a couple of these guys finish. I guess that means I should probably add a third one to over here as well. So we're going to wait 15 seconds, and then one batch of giants will finish, which means that's 15 extra supply will be able to take on the offensive with us. And that also puts us at 679 dark elixir, which isn't like a ton or anything, but it certainly is on the way towards getting our barbarian king, which is good. Alright, giants finished up. Our army's not quite maxed, but I think we're 10 supply short. Okay. Nah, not on that one. If I do find a very high elixir base, I would consider attacking it, even if they had no gold. Because like I mentioned before, I'm considering going for 1.8 million elixir, if possible. This one, it's got a good gold count. I'm not super confident we'd be able to take it on very well. The defenses are fairly well upgraded. It's our own town hall level. The air defenses are fairly well protected. Yeah, I'm going to skip this. I was on the edge of attacking it. 119,000 gold is good. That's a lot better, though, this one right here. Question is, though, can we get into the center? The answer to that is I have no idea. So air defenses are pretty vulnerable. Top left, top right. What else is there to talk about, really? I mean, it's a question of can we break into the center, and you know, I'm going to attack this guy. This is sort of iffy if we can do it, but you know what? It's exciting, it's fun. And also, it will show you how to attack these bases if I manage to pull it off. I've done it before. It's just, there's details, like if there's spring traps in particularly good spots, no, we're going to fail. Not really much of a question about that. Okay, no clan castle, guys. Certainly does not hurt. So we are going to go for the cannon right there, as well as the stuff behind it. So the minions are actually going to come in very helpful in this case. Yes, indeed they are. Wish I had more of them. They would actually be very effective. Okay, with the air defense going down, we'll drop the healer, and they'll come in here to heal this guy. So the giants are going to work their way around up here. They should get up to this cannon on the top right before they decide they're going to break into the center. So I'm going to take out this air defense up here so it doesn't take out our guys. And I'm also going to help just take out these other defenses. It also ensures that the giants break into the center earlier. Hopefully the air defense goes down before our guys, before it kills our healer. It's shooting at it, and is dead. So healer is still alive, sort of, barely. Hopefully the giants will now bust in towards the center. We'll see if that works, though. I am going to deploy all the wall breakers right now to try to assist our guys in breaking in. I think we'll be pretty successful doing so, though. And, perfect. That was a big explosion, took out a lot of walls. So I do have my clan castle guys. I don't have any goblins, which is sort of sad. I'm going to save my clan castle guys in the last archers, so in case these defenses all get taken out in the center, we're going to need some unit to take out the storages, because the giants aren't going to do it. So I think it's going to be very successful, though, because with this many giants alive, we shouldn't have much of a problem taking out these guys. Mortar and wizards are going down. As soon as those die, I'll put in these guys. Perfect. The mortar, I just don't want to get a lucky hit and take out a bunch of guys. I'll put in my clan castle guys if I need to. Oh, stupid giants are going the slow way. So I could put down my minions. And you know what? I think I will. I'm going to put down 3 on the archer tower and 2 on the cannon. Just going to take them out because, well, the cannon can't shoot back and the archer tower was distracted on the giants. Will help us get a 3-star, and they'll help out destroy buildings and might make a small difference in terms of killing the storages in the center. But it's mainly just to keep the giants alive to make sure we got a 3-star. Ooh, there's one building over there. And there's one building down there. That sucks. I'm going to deploy my clan castle guys. Should I? Well, the minions might go for it. Yeah, sweet. The minions are going for it. So I was considering deploying my clan castle guys to make sure I got a 3-star, but these 2 minions, hopefully in these last 10 seconds, will be able to take out this builder's hut. I expect they'll be able to, because they got pretty good damage. But it's going to be a close one. And bam, 5 seconds left, and we got it. Glad I had minions. Probably should have checked for corners first, but you know what? We got it. Nearly 400,000 resources, and that was definitely a good raid. Let's head on back and continue our base build as soon as we queue up stuff. So yeah, 5 minions. Certainly helped right there. Certainly helped right there. Let's queue up 5 more because, yeah, certainly prove their value, if you ask me. Even in small numbers can make a significant difference. We're going to need to queue up everything, so that makes the decision simple. Everything from wall breakers, 1, 2, 3, 4, to barbarians. Let's go up to 20 minutes, and then we'll put everything at all barracks at 20 minutes before we go and balance stuff out. How many barbarians was that? 15? Okay, we need 10 more. 10, not 12. And then we'll do 15 goblins, which we didn't even have for that attack. And then some archers to max us out to 20 minutes. Well, not really max us out. Oh, and the barracks is full. It's alright. And then the last archers will be in here, maxing that out as well. So that's going to be a very long training time. I guess we can use this. I'm going to take, what are these at? These are at 17 minutes. I'm going to cancel out a couple archers and move them over. Oh, I guess barbarians too. 9 and 10, which means we need 6 of them in here. And then we'll put the healer at the end. Bam. And then 4 more archers, I think that was. Perfect. Okay, so that balances out that. And let's continue placing buildings. So we've got our inner segment done, and we've got our outer segment done. Now my goal is to go and do all the outer buildings and protect both these defenses as much as possible is going to be the main priority, because we don't want the defenses to die, but also we want to be effective in the use of things like spring traps. So now, spring traps are not going to be as effective in this situation as in the past. I'm going to place my 2 upgrading defenses with the most care. Why? That's because they're going to attract giants. Which means I want to put them where giants will possibly go. So right there's a good one. And let's put down... I have 2 spring traps built already, but they're on the other side of the map. I'm going to put the other one over there, so we'll put those there. And then we'll put this over here. And I'm going to put it near this corner, sort of. How to position these spring traps. It's sort of hard, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that there, so it forces them onto that. I'm going to do this wall segment. I'm going to do this here. Does that look good? Yeah, I think that looks good. Yeah. Okay, sweet. So that's that, and then that's going to leave everything else. So I've got an interesting decision here. I've got a lot of gold mines and elixir collectors. I could leave them very unprotected and just basically say, please raid me, which would mean people attack but don't win. However, this strategy won't work forever. It would only work at the lower trophy counts. So I think I'm going to just go for pure defenses and just try to say, don't attack me at all, I'm scary, get away from me. We're going to go for that sort of approach. So, gold mines, I'm going to put the gold mines first because gold mines are better, so I want to protect them better. Let's put one there, one here, and I'm putting down my highest level ones first. Part of this is actually here, I'll show you, this is actually important. If you look at a gold mine, how much health does it have? 710 health. So how does this compare to everything else? So compared to army camps are actually good. Army camps have 1,000 health, but the problem with army camps is they're way too big. So how does it compare to other 3x3 buildings? 400 health, so clearly beats out the spell factory. How about the elixir storage? It's only level 1, so it's only got 400 as well. Let's check the other ones. Builder's huts, they're really low, but we've already used up all of mine. How does it compare against the dark barracks? Dark barracks, 250. I think that's the same as the normal barracks. Oops, wrong button. Ooh, 320. Oh, it's because, yeah, it's level 1. So, yeah, both of the barracks are the worst in terms of health. The spell factory and the elixir storage are second with 400. Let's check the lab. Lab's got 300, so it's terrible also, especially because it's big. So basically what all that means is gold mines are the best, because they're both our highest level ones, as well as we want to protect them the most. Why does this actually matter? Well, if you're putting your highest level defenses right outside your defenses, it means it takes slightly longer for your enemies to kill them, which means your defenses have slightly longer to shoot at the enemies. So it basically is a little bit of, it doesn't matter that much, but it's certainly, if you're looking for every teeny way that you can get an advantage, yeah, definitely counts. Definitely then. So that's why we're going to put those there. Also, it's going to be pretty easy to put good bombs around this base, and I definitely will do so. And, let's see. This to here. That leaves our 6 elixirs, so we're going to spread them out around as well. We're going to spread them out a bit, so it's hard to raid all of them. My other consideration for how easy and hard and spread out my stuff is that I want I'm not always on a ton because I'm busy with school and stuff, which means at times I'm going to be I'm going to have a lot of uncollected resources, which I want to make it hard for my opponent to steal. So this will all contribute to that factor, as well as the by spreading them out, it means it's harder to raid, so it's easier for me to discourage people from attacking when there happens to be a lot in them, because you can't just deploy 200 goblins in one spot, and they'll take out all your gold storages. They might be under fire, but it doesn't matter because it's 200 goblins. When they're spread out, on the other hand, you might deploy 200 goblins, and it still be not super effective because, well, they're 200 goblins, and you've got things like mortars and wizards shooting at them. Alright, so only a couple collectors left. So one collector, and that's it. So I've got 3 on each side, except for this top left. I'll tie it to the top left. I've already got the air defense over here, but that's alright. Armor camps I'm going to move back. They're so big, I want them to come in last. So this building is next, so I'm going to put this over near the Teslas to protect them. Good. And also distract goblins. It's important as well. And we're going to put this near the other Tesla. Oh wait, the other Tesla's upgrading. So we'll put it right here. I'll tighten that gap. I think I left a gap on this other side. Yeah, so why I left this gap in here is that's a great spot for a bomb. So that will catch any infantry that's going between them, especially barbarians and goblins. So good. It's good to weaken them to make sure all your defenses are able to one-shot them. They don't necessarily do that if they're not weak. Alright, so what does that leave us with? It leaves us with army camps and barracks. Very simple. And the lab, of course. Where's you put the lab? Here? Yeah, sure, good enough. I want to keep my barracks close together. It helps me train guys when they're all close together, so you don't need to click all over the map. So I'm going to put all the barracks clustered around down here. I might scoot one of the storages down. I'll scoot this down sort of preemptively because I just think I know what's going to have to happen. There, there, and there. And then let's move the rest of these guys in and see how it's looking. Can we fit 2 barracks in there? Yeah, I think that won't be a problem at all. Perfect, it's going to fit great. Then we can decide where to put the rest of our bombs, and if we want to use giant bombs. Spoiler, I don't like giant bombs, so probably not. Dark barracks, we can spread that out somewhere else. And let's put it over. I don't know, I'll leave it till a little later. I'm going to put the army camps in first. And that looks good. And then let's do more army camps. Fine. And the last 2, we can spread them out in the corners to make it harder to 3-star us. What corners to do? Let's do top corner. No, not this building. Let's do top corner and bottom corner. Perfect. No, almost though. Great. Let me check to make sure I got the top one right as well. Looks good, but yeah, it's good. Alright, so that's going to be our base, basically. Decorations normally would be part of this as well, but not quite so much this time, because, well, they sort of nerfed that. That you used to be able to use your decoration to prevent enemies from spawning, but that is no longer possible. Very sad. Yeah, so decorations really don't matter. Other than just looking good, and I think working is better than looking good. And let's see. To place bombs now. I think I'll just do all of them clustered in those sets right there. So I've got 6 bombs, so that means I can do 2 in each of these. So I'm going to put them in the outer segments. Why is that? It's a very conscious decision. So if this bomb, or I guess if this outer bomb was placed here, so the 2 bombs are arranged just like so, the radius of the bomb, well actually it's now circled so you can see it, the radius of the bomb covers the walls. Clearly there's going to be no units standing on the walls most of the time, so instead it's much better to put it out here where it's more likely to hit something like an archer as well. That's why all these guys are out from the walls a little bit, because that is more effective. Alright, so Dark Barracks is the absolute last one. Where to put it? Where to put it? Actually, I think I'm going to put this army camp on the left side and put the Dark Elixir there near the Tesla. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to try to combine the 2 of them. I changed my mind because it's better just to have all the health together, even if it's slightly less effective overall. And there. And move this out. Put this in. Oh, decoration's in the way. And I think I'm going to leave it just like that. Alright then, so perfect. I'm going to call it... actually, I'm going to move these over. Cover the traps a little bit. That's going to be it. I'm going to call this our new base. So hopefully this will hold out well against the onslaught of people who shall be soon attacking it, which will be many, I expect, given the fact that we are going to be going up in the trophy count, which means people who are starving for resources and hungry for trophies will both be going after our base. Now, for the gold, I don't have any gold projects, so I'm going to go ahead and start spending this gold to upgrade walls. So I'm going to be upgrading everything to gold before I do anything to beyond that. And then I'll get all the golds to pink first. So just upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. We had 400,000 gold. Always important to remember is you don't want to usually spend all of your gold unless you're just getting off right then, because that means you can't search for matches, and you don't want to be forced into attacking someone who you're not sure you can take on. So I'll be sure to leave, like 20,000 gold or so is good. Anything over 10,000 is just, yeah, probably just fine. But you don't want to burn yourself completely out, like I said. Alright, so this is looking good. Can I do one more? Yeah, I got one more, and that leaves 30,000. And I think that's all of my lat walls that were lagging behind, so... Oh wait, there are these two over here. But you know what? I'll leave those for next time. How's our army doing? Let's see if we can go on the offensive. We cannot, not for another 5 minutes, but you know what? That means we can check out some recent attacks on my old base from way back when. I know it was so long ago, guys, but you know what? We have some good attacks, because for me, I just recorded like for 2 hours straight, which means I've got some attacks here that we can check out. What to look at? Generally, recently, my defenses have been doing very effective. This one down here, not so much, but that was nearly 3 days ago. These other ones, you can see they're not getting many resources, so let's check out the scariest of them. The one with 3 dragons, a Pika, and a minion, as well as 2 lightnings. So let's go load this guy up. And let's see how our old base does. Wow, flashback to the past. Look at this guy. So terrible. On the bottom down here, where all these barbarians are being deployed, you can see I've got my dark barracks under construction still from way back when. I've got my town hall just destroyed on the outside of the base. Alright, so barbarians and goblins coming in. They're staying really grouped up. Ooh, double lightning right there on the center. Should take out 1 mortar. Yep, leaves the others alive, though. That's a problem. If you dropped a third, it would probably almost certainly take out more. This wizard is doing crazy amounts of damage to all those grouped up barbarians. Super useful right there. Mortar and wizard just took out a bunch more. Dragons, 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 and Pika. So let's see how all these guys do. Pika is getting absolutely ruined by this Tesla. Teslas do double damage against Pikas from 2 updates ago, if you remember correctly. So quite effective there. Dragons, though, they took out the 1 air defense, which was actually shooting, which means we've got only 1 air defense that's under construction. Not going to help out very much. So it's down to the wizard tower and especially the archer towers to clean up these guys. So it looks like our first dragon's about to fall, and then our second one on the top looks like it's the next victim. But they're all fairly weak. We got a lot of guys that are shooting at them at the same time. They are taking out the gold storage, so it looks like they got 1 gold storage. However, I mean, they just did burn 3 dragons and a Pika on us, so 12 seconds left. This is all this dragon's going to do. Come on, Archer Tower, you can do it. Survive. Yeah, there you go. Wow, barely survived right there. Only took out 1 storage, so that was good. I'm glad how well our defense held out. I bet that they were expecting to 3-star us, and that certainly didn't happen. We protected our 2 storages, which was the main goal of that base, to protect our storages as much as possible. Let's actually check out exactly how many resources they got and see particularly how useful it was. Well, in terms of everything, they got okay resources. They got about 100,000 total. But when you think about it, I mean, look at the sort of bases I've been raiding lately. I've been taking on... I just got 400,000 recently. I've been getting between 150,000 and 400,000, like, every one this time. So I would say that's not very good. I mean, yeah, I guess I've screwed up on a couple, but when someone screws up like that against me, I consider it my win. Alright, so here's an interesting one. So we actually have Dark Elixir for the first time in this one, so they actually managed to steal 3 of it. Oh no. But we got Masked Goblin, and we got the new wall breakers, which is the most interesting part. So I still, in this replay, have my 3 segments of walls around the outside, and you're going to watch, probably, as the wall breakers go right around them, completely ignoring them. Okay, Giants coming in. I'd expect they're targeting into the center, which is a great plan. Ooh, that mortar barely missed hitting the wall breakers. If I were them, I'd send in some more wall breakers right now to break into that center. Ooh, level 6 archers, very pretty. Clan Castle guys are coming out. Ooh, Hog Riders. I have Hog Riders in my Clan Castle, forgot about those. I also think I have a minion. Yeah, the minion's on the top right. It died really fast with some level 6 archers, though. Hog Riders are dying, but archers, though, are helping kill these barbarian or the giants, which is good. As soon as those are down, all the splash damage can focus on the infantry, which is definitely very useful. Nothing being deployed anywhere else. Last group of wall breakers coming in. Ooh, so notice the wall breakers right there? They're targeting those outer walls, but those ones, now they're coming for the center. Interesting that they target those weak walls out there. However, now it's exposed in the center, so Masked Goblin is going to be very effective. However, they haven't taken out all of the gold mines around the sides yet. So as you can see, the goblins are getting distracted around the sides, which allows the wizard tower to get some free hits in. However, now they're coming into the center. Wizard tower, though, wow, they died really fast. They, like, maybe 1/3 killed the elixir and barely touched the gold storage. Which means we did a pretty good job of defending against those goblins. And actually, they ended it right there before those archers even died. Clearly, they didn't have any more goblins, because that would have been pretty effective. Pretty good job at wrecking our base, but sort of like the last one, they did good damage, but didn't have enough momentum to take on the storages to get, which is clearly what they were going for. They're going for storages. They're just going for the win. They'd probably take out the town hall with 3 archers and quit. So yeah, another successful defense. And in case of this guy, he did even less damage than the previous one. So the last guy with the dragons and the Pika, he took out 100,000, I think I said. This guy, I think he took out a lot less from what I saw really briefly. Yeah, didn't even take out 50,000, just under 50,000. While we're at it, is any of these worth it? Yeah, let's check out this bottom one. We've got 8 wall breakers in it, as well as a whole crap ton of archers, and a couple giants, which are probably for distractionary purposes, with only 8 of them. I'm curious to see how the wall breakers do, however. So let's see this. Ooh, wall breakers unsupported. I mean, they're probably going to get the job done, but it's certainly not the most effective way to do it. Yeah, definitely. So I'm not sure if that was all 8 right there, but it certainly looked like at least 6 of them. Which means destroying the outer walls with just 6? Well, you could have deployed the giants right before. Gotta disagree with that decision. I got some nice level 5 archers in my clan castle, which are doing a great job of wrecking those giants, so now they're all dead. The rest of the archers are getting distracted with them, which means a mortar gets a chance to clean them up. Ooh, he's attacking from all sides. Looks like he's trying to pick off the resources in my mines and collectors. However, it looks like my collectors and mines are pretty well collected right now, which means he shouldn't be getting many resources. So I'd say that's a bad read on his part. He already picked off the town halls. It's not like he needs to pick off 50%. But last couple archers on the top and left, I mean, I guess they picked off the collectors and mines. Let's check out how many resources he stole. I think it was very few, though, which means I had recently been on, so the collectors and mines were fully collected, which is good, as they should be. Let's scroll down and see. So that was this one right here. Yeah, exactly. He got like 8,000 gold and 9,000 elixir. Shows that I had been on just before he attacked, so sounds like that was an effective defense. Let's check out our army. Is our army complete? Yes, it is indeed. Awesome. I'm going to queue it up once again for afterwards, and then we can go on the attack. Ooh, a bit of lag right here. So we're going to wrap up with this attack. It has been a very long base build video, and I appreciate you guys for sticking around. I hope you learned something. I talked about a whole lot of different concepts in this base build video. And I'm giving it my best shot for the new wall breakers, tactics, and AI, the new way they're going to move and attack. So we'll see if this is going to be particularly effective. I think it'll be as good as it gets. We'll see that over the next couple of videos, though. So you know what? We're going to go on the offensive once more. And remember, we are going... What? No, that never happens. Lies. Lies and slander. Lies and slander. Yeah, that's really unusual. I never lose connection. Like it's literally been months since I've last lost connection. But you know what? I guess it happened. Alright, so where are we at? Where are we at? Going in the offensive. Let's go. And let's not lose connection while we're attacking. That would be even worse. It's happened, but like I said, not in a long time. Going for elixir. I mean, gold, we could upgrade walls, which is fine. But going for elixir primarily. If we can manage to get 2 different attacks of close to 200,000, or like this, 255,000, we'd be able to very easily afford the upgrade, which would be very nice. I would appreciate that. As is, though, where is the resource going to be stored? So all the elixir in this base is going to be in the center. And I don't see any way that we're going to be able to get into it. Very sad. The air defenses are really poorly placed, but just... how... I guess they're not that well upgraded. Maybe... I just can't really see our giants doing that well against this. Yeah, I'm going to skip that. I wish I could take that on. I'd rather find a base I'm a little more confident in. Just because, I mean, if you throw away a 50,000 elixir army and don't get it even paid for, that's really not helping the cause. Versus finding a base like this, which is 200,000 on its own. This looks like a much better candidate. So, one air defense is under construction, and the other one is rather exposed. So this will be a good choice. I'm going to go after this guy for sure. What we're going to do, just attack straight into the corner. I'm not going to deploy wall breakers. I'm going to use all 5 of them to go for the inner storage. By hopefully busting into there right away, we can deploy goblins and stuff in mass to take out the storages. This base is actually pretty similar to my old one. Unfortunately, the giants right there are sort of spread out in terms of what they were attacking. All the wall breakers go. Unfortunately, they're all going for the same one, but they should detonate that and then go for a different one. Hopefully the center. Nope. More wall breakers, though. Well, going for the next one in the line. Damn, I was hoping they'd go for this wall right here, but they all went for the center. Too bad. What can we do? Well, we can deploy archers out here to start... Ooh, giant bombs. We can deploy infantry out here and then archers to start taking out buildings. Looks like the giants just broke into the center, so that did exactly what I was trying to do. So we need to take out these elixir storages, and then we can take out, go for the center. So deploy those guys. I need to take those out before I do my goblins, otherwise the goblins will get distracted on the outside rather than go for the inside. Which is the point of waiting. Giants, how are they doing? Giants are surviving, however, the healer is dying. Oh, Clan Castle. Totally forgot about them. So that means we need to deploy the goblins sooner rather than later. Good, I'm getting archers that are going for the elixir storage right there. Perfect. So I'm going to deploy all those guys. They're going to both do damage to elixir storage and distract the Clan Castle guys. So then I'm going to send in the goblins, and hopefully they'll do work to the storages. Looks like they are. One down. Going for the gold storage next, and get us some good gold. I don't think we'll be able to take out the second one or even damage it, but at least we got one, which is more than pays for our army for sure. And obviously the gold doesn't hurt. Okay, with 1 minute left, do we want to attack with more? Would it be effective? We have Clan Castle guys with archers. This gold storage is damaged, but still has some more gold in it. I think I'm going to leave these guys. They should do some damage to it before time runs out or they dive to the archer tower. There's not any splash damage that's going to be able to hit them. This one mortar is way too far away and all the wizards died. So I think this will be pretty effective. One thing that is of slight concern is we might be able to pick off... we might be able to get 2 stars on this base if we are able to attack slightly more heavily. Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to use the Clan Castle guys because we're going to be able to attack more heavily. If we get, well, not attack more heavily. If we can get 2 stars, it'll be more effective. I probably should have done or made the decision faster, but that's all right. We just need to pick out the builder's huts to get that to be successful. And sweet, 2 stars. Sweet. Also, the other reason is I'm going to see if I can get a dragon for my clanmates, because dragons doing splash damage, well, as you might have seen a couple videos ago, they're pretty effective, so I want to try to do that myself. Alright, so that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and this base build video, I think it's been successful, but you know what, we're going to see for sure in the upcoming attacks on our base, which will undoubtedly be coming very soon. Because I'm now going to be logging off, I can go and spend some of this last gold upgrading walls. So spend 60,000 gold upgrading those 2 walls, leaves us with 7,000 gold, which is a great place to leave it with not much at all. Alright then, guys, so to wrap us up, I am going to go check out this guy who attacked us with this really aggressive army, and check out his base, see what sort of guy he was to attack us, being at a low trophy count that he is. I expect he's going to be a town hall. I was going to say 9, but you know what, it's an 8. Unfortunately, it's somewhat destroyed. Why is your lab right there? That's a terrible place to put your lab. You know what, we're not going to review his base, it's just too destroyed. I don't want you guys to have to suffer to look at it, so let's go find a different one. Yeah, let's check the top one. Town Hall 8, yeah, I'm sort of surprised. Pretty aggressive for a Town Hall 8 using high-level units. They're not cost-effective, by the way. Wow, that's a very high-level guy. Level 87. Picking on poor me? I guess he is. So, lot of resources here in the center. This would be possibly a good candidate for some lightning spells. Let's check the Dark Elixir. And not that much Dark Elixir. Just under 6,000. But you know what? These 3 gold storages are going to be rather full. So, 2.25 million looks like for the gold total, and elixir is wow, even more. So nearly 4 million. Actually, yeah, nearly 4 million elixir. Let me check. I got that gold right. Yeah, I got that gold right. Wow, so this guy's got a ton of resources. This actually even more elixir than I didn't even see this elixir storage. So yeah, this guy has got a whole lot of stuff. Let me know how you'd attack this guy's base in the comments section, if you would at all. Perhaps you just pick off the town hall, give him a shield, but you know what? Steal some trophies for yourself. Alright guys, so that's going to wrap up this video. This has been a very long, multi-part bit of base building, so I hope you guys enjoyed it, and as always, let me know what you think in the comments section below. If you have not subscribed, consider subscribing. I'm putting out Clash of Clans videos every day, or in the case of these multi-part ones, many parts a day. Alright guys, if you already are subscribed, thank you very much for watching, and you can show your support by liking and commenting below. Beyond that guys, as always, thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.